Hey everyone, welcome back to Meg's the Bookworm's channel with me, Meg's the Bookworm. How has everyone been doing today? Have you been reading? Have you been studying, playing with friends? Well, I hope one of them includes reading because I have been doing a lot of reading myself lately and I've been really enjoying it. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of books, so I may enjoy reading just a tad, but you'll get to know that more. I also brought a special friend with me today. Do we want to meet him? Okay. Introducing, say hi to Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is here because we are going to read his favorite story. Mr. Shark was here last time, but he couldn't make it, so Mr. Bear is here to take his place. Do we want to know what today's story is? Are we sure? Okay. And fall is for school. Now, I've introduced this book in my last video, so we're going to be reading it again. Well, we're going to actually read the story this time, but you know what I mean. Now, what is this story about? As you can see, there's a boy and there's a girl. And the story here says, fall is time for turning leaves, new friends, counting stars, telling stories. Fall is time for school. This book is about two siblings, a brother and a sister, who are getting ready to start school. Now, one of them has been in school for a while now, and they really love it. While the other one, it's their very first time. So they're a little bit scared, as I'm sure we all would be. Some of us may have gone to daycare. Some of us may have just stayed home with mommy and daddy and never been to school. We might be excited because of all the new things we're going to learn and see, while others might just be feeling scared and not want to go at all. Well, we're going to read this story and discover how fun change can be. And by change, well, you'll see when we read this story. Now, there's one thing that loves change. It's these three trees. Now, these trees here all represent a different season. The green trees at the top represent summer because all the trees are green during the summertime when the sun is out and the weather is hot, hot, hot. The second row represents turning into fall, or autumn as we like to call it as a fancy word. Autumn or fall is when all the leaves fall on the ground and we like to go and play outside. I always love jumping in the leaves and throwing them up in the air because, well, that's what fall is all about, right? And the leaves change colors. As you can see, one of them is red and the other one has a little bit of red and the other one is starting to have red. Now, the ones on the bottom represent winter. Winter is the coldest season of the year. It's where there's snow on the ground and we can build snowman, go snowboarding, and just play in the snow. And it's a lot of fun. But what it's not fun for is trees. As you can see, there's a lot of leaves off the trees. And this one here is when they are all gone. This one represents the beginning of winter. The second one is the middle of winter. And the third one is when we are right in winter at its worst. There are no more trees on the ground whatsoever. It's quite sad, but when we get into spring, our last season, then all the green leaves come back, like it shows in our book. Now, these trees have to go through something called change, which is not something that we all really like. So, we're going to be learning all about change and what we can do about it. Now, our story is called Fall is for School. We ready? Okay. Fall is time for school. That really is uncool. Oh, I also forgot to mention our two friends here. They don't really have any names. So we're going to give them their own. We're going to call the girl Alice and the boy Johnny. Fall is here. It's time for school. The summer's in the past. I'm staying here. I will not go. Vacation went too fast. Fall is time for turning leaves. The weather's growing cool. Fall is here. Come on with me. It's time to go to school. School is really not my thing. You go on alone. I'll be fine all by myself, sitting here at home. Let's go and meet your teacher. You're going to look so nice. Tuck in your shirt and tie your shoes. You must take my advice. Teacher, sister, no. I do not think that I can go. Look at the teacher. She has a lot of numbers and letters coming out of her head. And I don't think Johnny is okay with that. In school, we'll learn of Romans who really were no dummies. And the pyramids in Egypt all filled up with mummies. Ooh. Do we also know what the animal is right here at the bottom of the book? It looks like a dog. I think there's a dog who really seems to like school too. Let's ask our friend. Mr. Bear, what do we think? Do we like going to school? Yeah? We love it so much? Oh, yeah. Do we have friends at school, Mr. Bear? Yeah. Mr. Bear has lots of friends at school. So he loves going so he can see them every day. Now, when we go to school, we have to go every single day. Sometimes we'll go for half a day. Other times we'll go for a full day. But it's usually a full day as we get older and go into more grades. But you'll get to love school, I promise. Dinosaurs and carnivores, mighty Tyrannosaurus, giant tigers, woolly mammoths really were enormous. Oh my. Look at all these crazy dinosaurs. And wait a minute. Is that a tiger? I don't think a tiger is a dinosaur. What do we think? No? No, probably not. I think he's part of the carnivores. A carnivore is an animal who does not like to eat plants. He only loves to eat meat. And tigers love to eat meat, so that makes sense why he's here. I am going to play all day. It doesn't matter what you say. Recess is for playing games. We'll run and jump and climb. Let's go right now and join the fun. You really must not whine. Do your numbers. 1, 2, 3. Add, subtract, and multiply. 1,000,000 trillion, my oh my. Count the stars up in the sky. I do not like arithmetic. It hurts my eyes. It makes me sick. I will not go. I do not care. I have heard enough to tell the truth. I'm not like you. School is just too tough. Rocket ships that fly to Mars, music, sports, and art. These are all the things you love. I think you're very smart. Oh, things that he loves. Well, if we look, there's a lot of things that we love. What does our friend Johnny love? Well, he loves rocket ships, soccer. He loves going to the bakery, and he loves to paint. Johnny loves a lot of things. We will learn to read and write the stories we will tell. And if you want to do it right, you have to learn to spell. Ooh. Fall is time for parties, for spooky Halloween. We'll dress up just like zombies and paint our faces green. In science, we will never stop until we ace the pumpkin drop. Pumpkin drop? What's a pumpkin drop? See, all the kids are dressed up in costumes. You know, that reminds me, Halloween is coming up soon. And like I said before, I will do a special video there, so make sure you stay tuned. I wonder if any of my friends watching these videos are dressing up for Halloween. What are we gonna be? A zombie, a ghost, a witch, a doctor, Elsa, Olaf? Whoever we want to be, we can be. Either way, I would love to know all your costume ideas, so make sure you share them if you would like to. Pumpkin drop, we pat them up and drop them. It's really engineering. If your pumpkin doesn't smash, the teacher will be cheering. Is that something I can do and everyone is going? Staying home day after day was getting kind of boring. Maybe Johnny is getting more interested in school now that they mentioned pumpkin drop. I think pumpkin drop is a combination of both science and sports. It reminds me a bit of basketball. For those who don't know what basketball is, it's a game where you grab a big orange and black ball and you throw it through a hoop and see how many hoops you can get at once. It's really fun. My younger sister and I used to play it a lot when we were kids. Although, don't tell her this, but I used to beat her quite a bit, so I was number one. Go makes the bookworm. Anyway, fall is time for school. We'll learn and we'll be clever. A great big world will open up and change our lives forever. Look at all the kids. Ready to enter school. Maybe school will be all right. I might just reconsider. Maybe you are not so dumb for my baby sister. Fall is time for school. And then we got all the animal friends and all the teachers and all the ABCs all ready to go at school. School is full of awesome. The world is mighty cool. It's an amazing universe. Fall is time for school. And there he is. The end. Now, I really like this story personally because it shows us that change is cannot be scary. If we don't try something new, then we're not sure if we're going to love it. Mr. Bear here was not sure if he wanted to make some new friends, but then he met Mr. Shark, Mr. Dog, Mr. Fish, all kinds of brand new friends, and he loves it. So, what I want to tell you about this story, boys and girls, is that change is okay. Some of us may be afraid to go on the slide. Some might not want to go out into the crazy world we live in right now. Some might not want to ride a bike. Some might not want to try out a brand new video game. Some might not even want to go to school. All of these are big questions, but the big question we have is some. If we don't try, we'll never know. If our friend Johnny did not go to school with Alice, then he wouldn't realize how much he loved it. Now, not everyone's going to love school right away. Some love it more than others, and that is perfectly okay because we're all different and we all have our own different opinions. So what I want you guys to think about is think about something new that you have been scared to try, whether it's riding a bike, going to school, trying out a new sport, or talking to a friend. If it looks scary, why don't you give it a try? Change is scary, but change can be fun. Like, maybe mommy mommy and daddy is having a new baby brother or sister. That can also be scary, but it can also be fun for you have a nice growing family. So I want you to think about it and ask yourself, what have I been scared to do that I haven't wanted to try? And then try it out. It might actually surprise you at home. Now, before we go, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek on what we're going to read next time. So I really hope you tune in, for we are going to read a story. It has dinosaurs and colors, and they're very scary. And I'm going to have a special friend, Mr. Shark, with me again next time. So I hope you stay tuned. Well, until next time, this is Manx the Bookworm saying, see you later.